So, what is data science really? The answer to that is data science is, in the most simple way I can put it, making sense of our world using the data that we have available to us. And if you go back, 100 years ago or 200 years ago, like we didn't have a lot of data. You weren't thinking about algorithms when you're looking at Facebook or YouTube or TikTok. You weren't worried about your social security number being stolen, right? Or your internet privacy. But now, in the world where every time we click on a link or every time we go to a website, or my gosh, sometimes it feels like I'll be having a private conversation with my wife, and then I will go to my computer, and the first ad that comes up will be the thing we were talking about. Now, it could be just me freaking myself out a little bit, but it feels like that happens sometimes. So everything we do literally is measured. I mean, I've got this Apple Watch on, right? It tracks when I sleep, it tracks my respiration, it tracks my heart rate, it tracks all kinds of things. If you've opened that Apple Health app, you know that there's enough data there to sink a battleship. All right, I've been wearing an Apple Watch now for several years, and I recently downloaded my data file from my phone, and it took several minutes to generate, and then it was like multiple gigabytes of data, which is a lot of data about my health, about my exercising, about my lack of exercising, maybe my weight fluctuations over the last several years. It's crazy the amount of data, but that's the world we live in. And a lot of the things that we interact with in the world are using data science principles to make sense of what we're doing, and especially like what we're going to do next, right? Anybody shop on Amazon here? I know I do. I buy a lot of stuff on Amazon, but one of the crazy things about Amazon is like if I go on there and buy a new computer tomorrow, and then the next day I come back to Amazon, what's that front page of Amazon going to be showing me? Computer components. Would you like a bag for your laptop? Would you like a case? Would you like a mouse? All of this just magically goes with your laptop. How convenient for me to buy stuff from them, right? So if I watch a video on YouTube of a cat chasing a laser pointer, what's it going to show me right after that? More cat videos, right? So our whole lives are like we're being pounded with data all the time. And the data is trying to figure out what we're going to do next, or what might motivate us to do something that whatever company wants us to do, whether it's watch an advertisement or buy something or whatever. Yeah, question. Yes, probability, right? What's the probability? What are the chances? What are the odds that if Bill bought a computer yesterday and he comes back to Amazon, what are the odds that Bill wants a computer case now? Pretty high, because there were 800 other people that bought that same computer, then turned around and bought a computer case. So Amazon's saying, oh, there's a link between those two things, right? So, and this stuff goes way back to like the late 1999s, 2000, right around the internet boom. I had a friend who was actually working on these early algorithms. He worked for a website that I think is now defunct called Mobile Planet, where they would sell mobile phones and accessories. And he was one of the early folks in e-commerce who said, hey, if they buy this, maybe we can figure out a way to link those things so they'll buy this and that. He's not a data scientist, but he just sort of like thought about that. Now we have people whose whole job it is to look at that data and figure out how to make those patterns, and more importantly, how to teach computers to identify those patterns. And that's what machine learning is. So data science and machine learning, not the same thing, and one doesn't really fit inside the other, but there's a lot of overlap. We're going to talk about machine learning today too.